Hello and welcome to another episode of Peru Size on a Knife Edge podcast. Today we are in possibly one of the most exquisite hotels I may have ever been in, which is Le Manoir Aux Saison, joined by an absolute legend of the industry who's a beekeeper, brewer, trainee pilot and obviously top chef, Adam Johnson.
Hey,
great
nice
to
meet
finally
you.
catch up with you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
So obviously you've been with Le Manoir for 20 years, but where did your passion for food cooking start?
Well, I've always loved food. Love drink. My parents are great cooks, and my grandma, learnt loads from her as well. So they're down in Cornwall, and every summer holiday we go down to Cornwall, right down the most southerly point, and Grandad would be digging up Cornish new potatoes.
Nice.
Gran would be making quiches and tarts and cakes, and so you get that long drive down to Cornwall, and then when you get there, all this home-cooked, home-grown local food is there, and it's just, first Cornish new potatoes with loads of butter and salt on. It is, out of the ground a few hours ago. And just seeing all the local farmers, my family of farmers and fishermen on that side of the family down in Cornwall, and just love it. Go out fishing, fresh fish, you can't beat it.
So already in Cornwall you're kind of surrounded by food and incredible ingredients, and then I guess that spurred you off into the direction of...
Well, I kind of did it by
chefing.
mistake. I mean, I loved cooking and I loved eating, and I didn't really know what to do. And most chefs start off washing pots. So that was one of my jobs, washing pots. And then one evening in this wine bar restaurant that I was working at, we were either too busy or someone didn't turn up. So it was all hands to the pump. Everyone chipped in. I got asked to help with just a little starter, or reheating some veg and things like that. And we got through it. We got through this busy period. It didn't seem like we would. All these checks up on the wall, and I loved it. I got the buzz. We'll catch up afterwards and have a pint, and just like, oh, what a great...
There's so much adrenaline pumped through you, isn't it, when you're just almost chucked in the service. Because I had the exact same, I guess, experience when I started that as well, washing dishes, and then saw one of the chefs struggling to cope on a lunch service, and I said, I can give you a hand, I'm sure I can help out. And then when you're just amongst, like you said, all the checks coming through, like the sounds of pans rustling around, it's that buzz you kind of get from it, and I guess that became almost addictive and
really addictive. Yeah. So I stayed there for a while, pushed myself, did a little bit more, started learning, looking through books and things like that. So and I thought maybe I could stay around here and carry on at this place. All the family are around, but there was a local two rosette hotel up the road, the 100 House. And head chef Stuart, I went to work for him for a year and a half, and again learnt so much there. They had a lovely little, it was almost like a mini Le Manoir. They had little herb garden, little veg patch. Stuart had been to France and had really good level of training, so he was passing on all these lovely dishes, great techniques, making breads and purees and pâtés and parfaits. It was fantastic. Loved it. And then I'd done my time there, and I saw Raymond Blanc on the TV one day in his kitchen garden, talking about produce and vegetables and his 2-star Michelin. So I thought, well, I'll try and apply. And then after about 5 attempts, emailing every day off I had, I'd have to go to the library. We didn't have the internet in those days. You have to go to the library and pay for the internet for half an hour. In the end they said, why don't you come for a trial? Stop emailing. Come for a trial, and
so you managed to break through.
I got in, just skin of my teeth, and that was in April 2004, so nearly 21 years ago. But it's been fantastic job. I've been here this long because it's so varied.
What section did you start when you first moved up here?
So I started as a commis chef, and I was on the fish garnish and breakfast at the same time. So that was a long shift, but it was different. Long hours, you learn more. You're there maybe twice as long as maybe the chefs are now, but everything was done from scratch. Everything's coming in like whole lambs, whole fish, and you're learning how to fillet and prepare the best products.
And then you worked your way up to then CDP?
Yeah, just worked on all the sections, managed to run the pass a few times, worked in the back private dining room. Raymond had a position in his small team, but he said, oh, well, why don't you come travelling with me? He said, I've got this job. I need someone to assist me with events and cookery schools and things, all these things he gets asked to do. He said, my first one's in Thailand. So I thought, well, okay, we'll give it a go. So I had to do a little job trial first. So I shadowed the guy who was doing the job at the time, Nerdin Topham, lovely guy, really clever. He went off and got a Michelin star in Hong Kong.
Wow.
So anyway, I went to this cookery demo that they did in London and shadowed Nordin. And then Raymond said, okay, mon petit, we've got another one next week up in Manchester. He said, I want you to run it on your own. My PA will sort out accommodation and a car. You just get up there. These are the dishes. Nordin will show you what the dishes are. You can assist me on that one, and we'll see how it goes. So I did, very nervous. One driving to Manchester on my own in a hotel, getting all this stuff prepped. And I didn't sleep a wink. I was up at 5. Oh. The demo wasn't till like 11, and so I got set up, and it was on a rainy day, Manchester Food Festival, and it was just pissing down. And we're in this tent, well, I was, getting set up, and Raymond was coming up on the train, and half an hour before, he rings me to say, terrible news, my train's broke down. You're going to have to do the demo on your own.
Oh my God.
By which time the organisers are pulling their hair out because he's not there. So I'm telling them, saying, "Oh, he's not coming." Yes, chef. Yes, chef. So I'm chat. While they're putting this microphone on like Madonna, I'm like, "Oh my God." So I don't like being in front of the camera anyway, or talking, or any of this. Yeah. So having this microphone put on you and all these people, and the people weren't. A lot of them were there to see Raymond Blanc, but because it was raining. You tend to get a lot more people come in a tent when it's raining. So it was absolutely heaving. And I had to say, who I am. So Raymond Blanc's not coming, so already everybody's grumpy and grumbling and wet. And,
it's a great start.
Yeah, great start. And I say, and also I'm here on a job trial, so this is my first day on the job. Don't know if I've got the job yet, but anyway, let's do some cooking. So
talk about getting dropped in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But again, that seems to be what happens to me. I get dropped in the mix all the time.
I guess it sounds like it's more like sink or swim.
Yeah.
Just get on with it. And
yeah. But that's where like the adrenaline buzz comes from. Afterwards, you just sigh of relief and got through it and done an okay job. I rang Raymond afterwards and said how it went and what I did, and did you put the custard in the apple tart? Like I said, yes, chef, yes, I did that. He said, okay. Well, I think you've got the job. So
I bet you were super
that was a nice
relieved
drive
after
home.
that as well.
Yeah, but yeah, then I've travelled with him all around the world, which has been amazing. So, like I say, Thailand was one of them. We did pop-up cookery schools and gala dinners and.
Wow. How long were you out in Thailand for?
I think it was 10 days on Thailand. And then we went to the Maldives. We did a couple of islands in the Maldives. And again, that was about 10 or 12 days, but sadly only got 1 day off because the amount of different dishes we were doing and cookery schools to prep and things like that was just phenomenal.
The sound of going to the Maldives must have been quite like, that sounds
amazing.
And then the reality was, this is quite a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a long flight and you're not up the front, you're near the back. And 6'2", you're all squashed in. You've got to get off. You're worrying about are the orders going to turn up, knowing that they're coming in on a boat as well from God knows where. So all the salads and things that we got, turned up fermented. They'd just all gone rotten. So it's just trying to then firefight on the day and then waiting for Raymond to arrive on the island. And go,
his plane didn't break down or anything?
No, he's not this time. Not this time. But yeah, just then trying to adapt and go, okay, well, we can't get any more lettuce. It's going to take 4 days to get here. So we've got to change the dish, redo it, recheck it. But it was good. It was good fun. We went to Rio for their 90th birthday of the Copacabana Palace.
Wow.
So that was another big one. 750 colours, all little bowl food dishes that we had to do. And again, trying to get the produce. You think in a great hotel like that, you know, just little things just didn't turn up quite right as to what Raymond wanted. So it was straight down to the market at 4 a.m. trying to get tomatoes that were certain shape, size, ripeness, which you don't then factor into your prep plan of going to the market in the morning.
It sounds like a lot of these experiences, none of them have gone super smoothly.
There's always something that will go wrong, because it normally does.
That is so common with chefing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to deal with...
Suck it up, adapt,
just deal with it.
Yeah, try not to panic. But no, it's been great, and yeah, like I say, all over, I've worked in small kitchens, like on trains and things. So we've done like British Pullman and Northern Bell trains and things like that. Anything that Raymond said yes to that's outside of the Manoir, it's me that's got to go and organise it and assist him and deliver the food.
Out of all the ones you've done, if you're allowed to say, which has been, let's say, the most memorable?
I love Singapore. That's one of the best places to go. I had a bit more time in Singapore and going out and eating the street food, Singapore crab and things like that. Amazing.
Wow.
But we did an event and Raymond had agreed to cook at the Royal Botanical Gardens and to cook for all the gardeners and the teams and things like that. I think it was about 80 covers. It's in this beautiful old building outside. So Raymond decided the menu, and we had a crab dish. No, we had his classic beetroot dish, which had a horseradish sorbet. Then there was a crab dish with Asian flavours, which had a sorbet on it. Then we had to use a local fish for the main, and the dessert had a sorbet on it. So 3 out of the 4 dishes had a sorbet. So I said, before we go, I need a super duper blast freezer. It's got to be brand new. It's got to... No problem, they said. No problem, we'll get that.
Yeah.
And this was in a tent outside. So doing 80 covers, 3 sorbets for each. I'm not the best at quenelle. I'm no pastry chef, but, you know, I can get by. But I did 4 quenelles into this blast freezer, waited 5 minutes, chilled everything else down, opened the door, and they were just melted. They started to go everywhere. Even this was brand new machine. It's just the humidity and the heat. So we prepped everything we could, and then I found a cafe on site. Lucky had a walk-in freezer, bizarrely. So Dan, my assistant, was with me, so he was there. I said, right, if you carry on plating those, I'm going to go in this freezer in Singapore with my coat for about 2 hours, quenelling in the freezer. On my way there, we found a golf buggy, so we hid that behind a hedge, out of sight. Someone left the keys in it, so I said, we'll hide that. And then Dan came to get me, like 5 minutes before we were sending the first course. He rang me. I was like, right, okay. Turned up on the golf buggy, and I was sitting on the back with a tray of horseradish sorbet, and he's bombing back to where we're serving the food. And we literally got there just in time for it to go on and not melt. But
that sounds hilarious.
Stuff like that turns you grey.
How old are you? About 22?
What, now?
With the stress, yeah.
Oh dear, no. But yeah, that was one of the memorable ones.
With all the events, have you got any more on the horizon being organised that you can say?
Yeah, Raymond does every year. I think this is our 10th year at Royal Ascot. So he's got a restaurant at the Panoramic near to the finishing line, which is a lovely restaurant. Do about 120, 140 covers, and they have a lunch and afternoon tea, and we do that at the Royal Week. So that's a nice one. We used to do Chelsea Flower Show. We did that for a good few years. That was a beast. That was about more like 6,000. It was massive. It was a massive event in this nice little hospitality corner. It was just phenomenal. It was our menu, so it was our dishes. So trying to show everybody how we've got to do it. It was a learning curve.
It must be really challenging scaling up those sorts of dishes to do those sorts of numbers.
It's massive, yeah. I love a spreadsheet, so spreadsheets help.
Going now back to the I'd say, history of the kitchen of Le Manoir.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
It is, yeah. Special place.
What chefs have come through the kitchens here?
Gosh.
Because there's quite a few.
You name them, yeah. I mean, everyone knows that Marco's been through here and Heston has worked here as well.
All in their earlier stages of their career.
Yeah. But then we meet up with people. Agnar Sverrisson used to be head chef here years ago. He's gone off and earned his own Michelin stars in London and now in Iceland. I learned so much from him. His palate is so refined. It is. If you put one, he didn't seem to like pepper. If you put one little bit of pepper, he would be having a word with me.
Really?
Yes.
Well, even if it's like a half a grain of pepper.
I don't know. He managed to. He was very sensitive to pepper, and his palate was spot on. And I learnt loads from him, so I enjoyed working with him. But then you see Ollie Deboo has worked at the Manoir as well, gone on to be very successful. Luke Selby, who's exec chef now, but he left, went off to win Roux Scholarship. And
he won Roux Scholarship?
Yeah, he won the Roux Scholarship, and he went and got a Michelin star at Evelyn's Table in London, and now come back here to
his roots.
Yeah, exactly. So, but everybody seems to know somebody who's worked at Le Manoir, either front of house or kitchen, or they've gone to a restaurant where the chef there has worked with somebody. So the Manoir has got connections everywhere. After 40
it's almost
years,
like in a way, like a family tree of hospitality.
Most bizarre family ever, but yeah, it's touched so many people. Like we were saying, down in Porthleven, there's chefs down there.
Oh yeah,
Stuart Eddy, who used to work at the Manoir. So everybody's everywhere. Nordin Topham, who got a Michelin star in Hong Kong. So yeah, they're everywhere. Dorian, yeah, he's doing well. So it's special place.
But you also have quite a range of different hobbies and other interests.
Yeah, it's always nice to learn something new. But here at the Manoir as well as doing the outside events with Raymond and the cookery demonstrations, we also work on his books. So we do all of his food photography, the food styling, recipe testing, get it all signed off with him. Yeah. Look after his website as well with the photos on there. And I do the barbecue cookery classes, which we sell here under the Raymond Blanc Cookery School. So I do a few of them a year. And
you showed me where, because we had a tour around the grounds, which is incredible. And you showed me the location where you host that, and it's beautiful.
Lovely.
Imagine that in the summer.
Yeah, it's nice. Lovely, beautiful Hartley Botanic glass house. So we're outside in the gardens with all the barbecues. Everyone cooks their own lunch. We all make salads for each other, and it's a lovely day. We increase the alcohol budget for that course, so we get loads of nice beers and rosé and things like that. So yeah, it's a good day.
How often is that held? Obviously once a year in the summer, I assume.
We do between 6 and 8. It depends. At the minute, it's only me that does the classes, and I love barbecuing, so that's my passion. And Weber support us with the barbecues, which is really nice. And they've got a lovely range of different ones. So showing the guests, different barbecues, different techniques, but also that they can use maybe a charcoal techniques on a charcoal barbecue they could use on their gas barbecue at home. So
it's all kind of transferable.
Exactly, yeah. And all the classes that we do here in the cookery school, we try and teach people the understanding of the technique. So it's not about maybe learning a specific dish to make the best slow roast lamb shoulder. It's about teaching them why you're roasting the shoulder at a low temperature for a long time rather than roasting the leg, which different muscle structure and the collagen and fat layers and things break down, different muscles break down at different temperatures, and teaching people the technique rather than the actual dish. So they can go off and do a leg of pork maybe, or a neck of lamb or something that's got that slow cooking quality.
That's a really good way of teaching, because with the experience days, I've had quite a few people who've done quite a few cookery courses and all that, and a lot of them are saying some of them are good if you want to learn how to do one dish really well.
Yeah.
But if you're learning the techniques, you can then transfer them to multiple different dishes and It's a lot about the technique,
Exactly,
isn't it? It's so important.
And also different people learn in different ways, so trying to adapt it to the class. Some people need to follow it, step by step by step, and then they can just do that. Even if they know the technique, they might not be able to adapt it. Some people can't adapt to just thinking, I'll add a little bit of this, or and freestyle it, which is fine. But I think even those people who do step by steps, if they've got the technique understanding, then that gives them the confidence as well.
Now, taking a step back to talk about the books, book side of things. So just so everyone understands, how long does it take to put together one book?
It depends. It depends. If we've done a TV show, or if Raymond's done a TV show, it helps because we can use those recipes in the book. So we've already got maybe 30 recipes signed off for a show. And normally, the last few books we've done, I've had 100 recipes in. So trying to find
100 recipes.
Yeah, trying to find recipes that fit the brief. The last TV show we did was Kitchen Secrets. So we had a couple of shows of those, and using all those recipes, and so the brief is something simple and easy to cook at home. So it's easier to fit dishes in that, Raymond Blanc inspired dishes, or things he's done for Brasserie Blanc maybe, or even in Le Manoir dishes that we could maybe take those techniques, and like a cucumber salad, things like that, that we could put into the book. So yes, it takes a while. We did do a book called Q on a Plate, which by the time we'd finished filming, the TV show had already commissioned the book, so we had 3 months to finish it. So we'd take those recipes, and then we had 3 months, and we got it done, but I don't know how.
The pressure on that was intense.
I mean, we were straight off the back of filming, so it just carried on. The momentum of busy, kept going, and then we'd done the book, so it was all good. But some take a year, some take longer. The Manoir, big story of a modern classic, took a few years to do with all the dishes and capturing the seasons and things like that as well, with all the gardens. So yeah, it varies, but
yeah, because we were with Daniel Gamache yesterday, and he's written a few books, and yeah, after speaking to him yesterday, I had an understanding of actually what goes into creating them. It sounds like a lot.
So we're just finishing a book now, or Raymond's just finishing it today, so he's putting the final touches. So we've done Kitchen Secrets, and now he's done another book, Kitchen Secrets, sorry, not Kitchen Secrets. I'll say that bit again. Yeah. I said Kitchen Secrets before, didn't I? It was Simply Raymond.
So not that one.
Not that book. No. So it was Simply Raymond. So we did this TV show of Simply Raymond.
Yes. Yeah.
So now we're doing Simply Raymond Kitchen Garden. So there's recipes connected with the gardens, gardening tips in there, and Raymond talking about the gardens at Le Manoir.
I might have to, when that's out, I might have to pick that one up.
Yeah.
For advice on how to tend my garden, because it's not going well.
We could come on our gardening class here at Le Manoir if you got a few quid.
If I can sell a few knives, I'll be out.
And also moving on to beekeeping.
Yes.
Which is my third year learning from our beekeeper Steve from Suffolk. Lovely man, loads of knowledge, been beekeeping all his life. And he came to the Manoir one day, bumped into Raymond. Raymond's always wanted to keep bees. So we've had Steve helping us through setting up our apiary, building up our bee colony. Last year we had the biggest amount of honey. Must have been about 75 kilos of honey.
Wow.
That was... We gave those away, so we did little jars for guests who were staying. So we gave away all the honey last year. The kitchen had some, pastry used some, but it was a nice little gift. Got at home a little treasure box of all the places I've been, all the menus that I've been involved with, and got Raymond to sign them here, and the other chefs. If you do any collaborations with other chefs, I've saved all these like little mementos and things like that. So yeah, looking back at those every now and again is quite nice, and I've got a terrible memory, so you remember and go, oh yeah, I was in Italy, and then that was the menu we did, and then you think, oh god, yeah, we didn't have tomatoes, or there's always little stories that pop up
behind each little memento.
Yeah, but I think, you know, working at Le Manoir with and so closely with Raymond Blanc on all of these amazing projects, that's how many people can say they've done that. So yeah, I feel very lucky.
That's incredible. And if there was one lesson you've learnt through these 20 years,
Yeah,
that you've maybe taken with you, what would that be?
don't give up and don't let anyone say you can't do it. Been in plenty of situations where it seems easier just to, I'll just give up. I'll just go back to the little town I came from and, you know, just potter away. But just, you can do it. Push yourself. Have a go. Yeah. There's always someone else behind who will take your place who thinks they can do it better. But yeah, stick your elbows out and get on with it.
That's bloody great advice. Well, I think that is a great way to end. And I want to say thank you very much for coming on, Adam. It's been really good fun.
For asking me. And nice to invite you up to Le Manoir. So we'll have a little tour around. And
it was incredible. Yeah, honestly, it is like quite surreal for me to be here and to be with you, and because of the history and everything. Yeah, it's incredible.
It is a special place. So yeah, don't go rushing off.
No,
but, yeah.
You will not get rid of me now. You'll find me loitering in like a cupboard, just setting up a little bed or something.